Hi everyone and welcome back to the Super Tournament. So we're in round 1 again today and we're with Old Man Bulba and Lathans. Bulba playing as the 35th over here on the right in blue and Lathans playing as the 4th over on the left in red. Let's have a look at what Bulba's got down. I do love the 35th, lots of forward deployment stuff. It's one of my favourite divisions in the game. I also love the T64. So we've got the D44 cannon, obviously really strong in this patch. We've got Spetsnaz, we've got Pulmanchiki, all heading up to this side. Oh, that's quite far into the forest actually. Not expecting that. And then over here we've got some Gru, we've got more Pulmanchiki, and we've got an Igla. They're heading into the town. I was kind of expecting them to be more heading into the town on that side as well. Over here in the middle we've got loads of infantry, Spetsnaz, we've got Igla, we've got another cannon, we've got a recon at the front there, and we have a command, and down here we have a command which is pushing into the center afterwards. We've got some Spetsnaz there, and we've got a bunch of infantry here, Spetsnaz and stuff, just spreading around, not going too aggressive there. Lathans, on the other hand, loads of infantry here, again, looking very defensive in nature, dropping off a recon and things like that. We've got loads of recon coming in here, Jaeger and everything else. Obviously, forward deployment on the 4th as well. We've also got an Mi-24 heading up to the front there. I think this is to stave off an early attack, but I don't think it's coming. I think Bulba is just sitting back. I also have a tank and a Shilka coming over this way. Quite a lot of forces down there for Lathans. That could easily be a push later on. Command at the back here for Lathans going to head over there now. We've got an SPG-9 heading up here. We've got a load of Strelas, perhaps expecting some choppers here. We've got a Metis in there and an Avclara, and very, very little at the top here. So basically we have a bigger spread for Bulba and less of a spread for Lathans. I'll get back to my usual position. There we go. This is going to be quite interesting. There's not a lot in the middle here. We're getting a couple of flame tanks called in now. It's mostly anti-air. The biggest threat there is probably the Metis against any vehicles. Loads of stuff down here. And Lathans is pushing out with the recon here, but he is going to meet that cannon. Cannon should easily win that fight at the moment. Obviously he gets all of the infantry bonuses. Not getting the best shot, just glancing blows there. Struggling to get a shot and is now taking damage. I'm surprised it's not firing at this. Maybe you can't quite see. Oh no, there we go. It's firing at it now. That's not doing great. A cooler coming in here, which should be able to deal with that. Finally, the D44 gets the kill. D44 really struggling there. Gets absolutely melted by the chopper with the rockets, though. +2 currently to Lathans for a cap of all of the points and neutralization in the middle. Command coming in at the top for Bulba there. I mean, right now, Bulba's looking strong in defense at the top. Probably slightly stronger in the middle, but pushing it to say that too much. A little bit weaker at the bottom, but Lathans doesn't have a huge amount of pushing forces here. He is moving those Strelas up, though, to put some pressure on that Akula. Lathans could certainly push across here. He could push into this point Echo. We'll see if that happens. Currently, that's now capped, so points are neutralized. A little bit of an advantage early on to Bulba. A few more units coming in at the top now for Lathans. Just an SPG-9 for defense there. Oh, that Akula is getting ripped to shreds. Shilka's on it. It's stunned. Strelas are all firing at it. It's going to be very lucky to survive here. Wow, that is one very lucky Akula. ECM doing the trick there. ECM for that is 20%. That was very lucky. I thought that was going down there. Lots of forces moving around here for Bulba. He's trying to get around the back, and this could be really good for him if he can get right around the back here and cut off the supplies to this point. Supplies coming in for that. Reinforcements, yeah, so some reinforcements coming in for here, not just the center. A little bit of skirmishing going on up here. Obviously Bulba not in the best position there. There's a lot of vehicles, and obviously the Metis firing into this area, and the Spetsnaz are quite far back, not really in range to engage with the submachine guns. You know, anti-tank rocket can't even reach that far. He really needs to be getting those out of there. He's obviously distracted. Mi-24 clearing up the recon here, and this is it. Lathans is making a push here. I did suspect he might. He had the forces to do it. The problem is they're slow forces. You know, it's this zombie march of the infantry across open terrain. T-64B coming in here to try and stop it more. There's Nicky being called in there. This is always interesting to see infantry pushing up here, because they can get caught out by tanks and things, but there's not a lot there to stop them at the moment. BMD-1 will help put some pressure on. This is going all the way around the back here. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I suspected he was going to push, but I wasn't sure he had the right force. But he is calling in tanks now. With spending so little at the top. We do see, again though, Bulba is being sneaky through the forest around the top there. Same as he is at the bottom. That flame tank getting caught out by these units here. Easily killed by the RPG-22. Not the most damage, but decent side shots there. MI2 being called in to look for those now. Obviously could also utilise the Mi-24, but there is anti-air there, obviously. With the Skrizet. More reinforcements coming in here. Obviously that tank on the way in. T-64B coming in for the centre as well. Anti-air jet coming in for that Akula. Gets some hits off. Akula also gets a shot off on the jet. Another Mi-24D coming down here. That's having to go back for more repairs. And Lathans slowly encroaching here, taking his time, doesn't need to rush. Some mortars in position here. That Akula getting minced by the MiG-21, and there just isn't enough anti-air there to deal with it. Certainly a build-up of forces in the middle for Lathans now. He's bringing in a Cub, he's bringing in a Shilka. Some more SPG-9s. SPG-9's very good, obviously. Those recoilless rifles. Not as good as they once were, but still performing pretty well. Mi-24 coming down here. The Skrizet and the Igla should open up on them, though. Stunning it down very quickly. Igla gets a hit off as well. You would think this should go down. No, it's unstunned and immediately starts opening up on the Skrizet. You gotta kill that chopper. It's too late now, though. That's unfortunate. Bulba kind of moved his forces off there while they should have still been engaging that chopper. And they should have kept it stun locked as long as possible. Or kept firing at it and might have killed it before it became unstunned. There's always a chance. Once it was able to fire again, everything here was dead. That was really unfortunate. Up at the top, we do see that command is moving around here. He's going to get it in the back. There's nothing to contest it at the moment, so he will potentially get that in there. Needs to be careful of that SPG-9. What's the range on that? Just to here, so as long as he brings it in the top end or the back end, he'll be fine. Lots of skirmishing here with these infantry. There's Nicky Medes engaging now. Certainly looking a little bit hotter here for Bulba. He has more forces, but so does Lathans. Pushing around this way as well. Squad finally killed down there. Now that means the back end here is open as well for Lathans. I think this is going to be a challenge to hang on in here. Bulba's going to need to build a good defense. He's bringing in some more anti-air, some Skrizets and things. Meta's heading towards this area. Obviously needs to keep this road open. Can't let Lathans cut this off. He needs it for reinforcements. There's a lot of units here. Not a lot for Lathans in this area still. Not much in this point for Bulba now. He's kind of stalled up here. And the longer he sits there not doing anything, the more chance there is of Lathans eventually spotting these units with a random recon unit. Just takes one spot. Anti-air jet coming in there, going for that Mi-24K. Gets the kill. Just a real lack of anti-air, obviously, on the side of Bulba right now. He is bringing the MiG-29. Gets one good hit. Doesn't get the second. We'll have to back out now. MiG-29 coming in on the other side as well. Yeah, very much a lack of AA for Bulba. Obviously, more Skrizets and Iglas coming in. 35th don't necessarily have the best anti-air, but If you have enough man pads and enough of the Scrizettes, you know, they're good harassment. They can make people think twice about bringing in bombers and things like that. Certainly make people think twice about bringing in choppers. Of Clara moving in up here for eyes on the back. Not a lot protecting that command here. Doesn't Nicky being rushed in choppers. Oh, he's going for the drop on top. This will be interesting. Obviously, this is in the new patch, so these guys should die. If all of this AA fires, I imagine at least one of these choppers is going to be destroyed. One hit. Seed being brought in there. There is a cub somewhere. Yep, chopper dead. That should be that squad dead. These ones look like they're going to land. Yeah, these ones get dropped off. But there's a lot around them. They're going to take a lot of fire. Lathans stalled his push here, but still pushing towards the centre to get eyes on. I think he'd like to cut off this back road, which would stop Bulba getting reinforcements easily into the centre that way. He'll have to go through Bravo. Obviously, Bulba doing a good job at causing issues in the middle. Scrizette getting some nice shots on that chopper there. Good range on that. Obviously, it only shows you the ground range there, but obviously, pretty good anti-air range. Desert Nicky, pretty much dead. Metis squad got killed. Good fire support from the back here with that chopper. T-64 and Scrizette pushing up. Scrizette obviously good fire support now against ground units. MiG-29 coming in for the Mi-24, but MiG-29 is annihilated. That was unfortunate. Whatever happened to that cub? Did it actually get killed? Possibly the Seed got it killed. Or got a good hit on it, because I can't see it up there, and I'm pretty sure it was in this area. T-64 taking fire from the SPG-9s. They can also fire at the infantry, obviously. Big supply chopper coming in the back there. A little bit of movement here from Lathans, just prodding and poking, moving up slowly. That command under threat at the back there. HE bomber coming in here. Should get a nice hit on those Metis, if nothing else. Yeah, easily killed that. Takes a bit of fire, but not enough to take it down. Stresses it out a little bit. There's Nicky and BMDs coming in the back here. Currently +4 for the Bulba. He has capped that back point, by the way. And Lathans hasn't dealt with it yet. There's a couple of cubs at the back here that have just kind of stopped there. I think that's for fear that they might get destroyed if they go past this point. Cubs do have a decent range anyway, but yeah, they want to be further up. A couple of artillery pieces in at the back there for Lathans. He does like his artillery pieces at the moment. Commander coming in for that point now. But well capped there to Bulba. That MTLB hunting that command down. There's a Scrizette in here now and a Metis. Metis needs to get a better range though. Can't fire close range. That gun versus the D44. 100mm versus 85mm. This is interesting. Oh, T-55 helping out here. Not quite as interesting. I think the pack MT 1200mm was slightly ahead in damage anyway, but I was just curious how it was going to turn out. But the T-55 ensured that the pack won that. There's the command coming in. Lots of recon here, obviously. I should note the command is dead that went into this point. It did not survive. I expect maybe he tried to get it across that point and round to the back into Gulf. It's a distinct possibility, but it must have died on its way there. I'm not sure where it died. I was just looking for a wreck on the roads. Really hard to say. But we didn't see it go down. Bulba being a little bit more assertive at the bottom here, while Lathans being a bit more assertive in the middle, has managed to progress through this point, doing a lot of damage to Bulba's forces, putting that command under a lot of stress. And over here, we got a Desert Nicky really opening up on these FS Jaeger. T-64, good fire support against the Alpha Clara and that gun at the moment. The gun is dead. Not as good when it's not in cover. The beauty of those things is the bonus they get when they're in a tree line, because they get the infantry bonus right now. But, oh, very nice strike from an AT jet there. SU-AT gets the kill on the T-64B. Reinforcements rushing in here to try and keep that command alive, but those tanks pushing in now. Lathans has a good push going there. Obviously has faltered here. Those units being picked off now by Bulba's forces. MiG-29 goes down. Bulba is having a really bad time of it with jets this game and aircraft in general. Certainly Lathans controlling the airplay. Lots of fighting going on here. Obviously this point back in control of Lathans. Bulba got a nice lead in points. Spetsnaz commander being brought in there to try and drop off. I don't think that's going to work. I don't think it's going to happen. He might have had more chance of getting into Gulf somehow, maybe slipping it down this way, but even then you're going to be at the mercy of some of the anti-air. Swinging it around the bottom, it'd be spotted, so a jet could come in and get you, but maybe a chance of getting it around the bottom and the back here. Seed coming in again. Does he know the Cubs are back there? It's hard to say. But yeah, easily dealt with all this stuff here. That Seed coming right around the back. Maybe he does know the Cubs are there. Aiming and firing. Does get out. Slight scratch from Estrella. Oh, it's coming back around. That's risky. Those Cubs are currently turned off. They're now turned back on as that turns. That's dead. Dead in the water, surely. It's out of their range, but it's flying back over the center. And they... Yeah, I was going to say something's going to kill it. It was very low on health. MiG-24 rocket coming in, heading towards the center here to try and hold that point. Back to +2 for Bulba. He has managed to land that commander here. I'm genuinely shocked he managed to land that commander. It is badly damaged. I mean, it's going to die very quickly. That is an expensive way to gain a few extra points. I don't think it's going to make much difference in the long run. 22 minutes left. Just over 22 minutes. More tanks coming in for Lathans. Right now, I feel like Lathans has a stronger position. He's got more on the field. And all these units he's brought in to defend there, he could easily push those across to Alpha. I feel like kills to losses, Lathans has the advantage right now. T-64 BVK command tank coming in down here. He's thinking he might get that into that point. There's still a bit defending there. Mostly Strella's in the position though. The Metis the biggest threat. That's a difficult one. Obviously, Bulba's forces there mostly wiped out. Mortars going in at the back here, trying to find a kill on that command vehicle. I mean, the command snipe right now is, you know, a good shout. Again, just trying to get more points. Yeah, I'm thinking Lathans will do a push on this point at the top. Another chopper coming in there. Lots of units hanging around the back here. Some more infantry repaired and ready to go in. Some infantry still needs a repair. Lathans is obviously spread thin through the point now, so a push around the back could cut off the supply route and get a possible snipe on that command. Just having a quick look at what's coming in, resetting myself as it were. Some tanks coming in down there for the top end of that point. Desert Nicky stuff. Units going all over the place for Bulba. Still not managed to get that command kill. Command's being pulled right back. Smoke going down here. I think that's Bulba is smoking. It's making... Certainly making Lathans pull back here. SPG-9 obviously able to do a lot of damage from there, but the Mi-24s should be able to do a lot of damage to that, but at the same time, you got a Strela firing at them from back here. Cubs pushing up here, but they are actually out of missiles, so they're not too much use at the moment. A quick maneuver by these choppers could potentially kill that Strela and then kill both those Cubs, but Bulba can't see what we can see. The beauty of hindsight and the beauty of being able to see everything on the map, it makes such a difference. It's completely different when you're actually in the game, because you just don't know what's going on. Good use of artillery here from Lathans to just pepper this area. And there's Lathans pushing into that top point. As I said, I was expecting him to do a little bit of an aggressive push up there. He is doing that. Bulba's counter push here, though, in the middle, cutting off these forces, but not completely cut off, because Lathans can get reinforcements through the bottom. Lathans being a little bit aggressive here. Down at the bottom, not a lot happening. I don't think a lot's going to happen there. Certainly, Lathan's the one losing units at the moment at the side there. These tanks are going to make a bit of a difference, but Des and Nicky BMD should be able to deal with them fairly effectively. Tank dead down here. T64 doing a good job. T64 and the Des and Nicky should be able to put down some good fire on these. That command just hanging in the edge of that point. Metis getting shots on the back of these units. It feels a bit like these units caught a bit of a nasty position now. And that's the beauty of air superiority. Lathans can just bring in bombers. Another one coming in. Command has been moved out of the point, but has survived. Will be moved back in. That bomber coming in gets, I mean, currently +3 to Bulba, but I mean, there's a lot more red on the map right now. Let's be realistic here. Those bombers doing a fantastic job and taking very little damage, if any. So they will rearm, reload, and be back in really fast. At least faster than they would be if they're damaged anyway. Loads of Pioneers, FS Jaeger, loads of infantry being called in for the middle there to clean up this mess. Metis almost dead. Spetsnaz almost dead. Some reinforcements arriving to the middle here. That has every chance of being killed before it gets in there by these Avklara. Yeah, the Avklara can see it. Let's see if they get the kill. Yeah. Good hit there. Getting kills. I think they might have got a couple of kills, judging by the explosions on the ground there. Command tank knocking around here. I mean, looking at the smoke, obviously Bulba wanted to get his command in there, but he's got to get past the Metis. He's got to get past the Jaeger. I mean, there's enough there to kill that tank. And these tanks will also help with that. I mean, there's 4 T-55s there. AT jet coming in here, going for that tank. He must be able to see it. Misses on its shot, though. Tank turning to engage on those T-55s. Might get a lucky hit with that. Oh! Su-22 comes back and annihilates it. That is an unfortunate loss of that command. And here we go. Lathans pushing well up here. There wasn't a lot defending. And the forces he had to call in for Foxtrot now maneuvered up here. I'm sure we will see that command moved up there sooner rather than later. Some Mi-24s heading up there as well for fire support. Lathans making progress here with obviously a lot less than he had. But he still managed to annihilate a lot of Bulba's forces here. Bulba still smoking here. He's moving up his infantry. But I don't think he's going to get in there. He'll have to bring in another command, and that was an expensive loss of a command tank that was kind of sat out in the open. It wasn't actually in the trees. This command hanging in by a thread. And yeah, that's it. The supply route's gone. Lathans now has tanks up here. No supplies from that way. They have to go this way. If you make a mistaken call in, they're going to go this way. Good hit on from the Metis there, killing on those T-55s. MiG-29 gets annihilated. Does get some shots off on that chopper, though. But the MiG-21's finishing the job. And the MiG-21's going after these choppers now. Coming in from Bulba's side. Bulba trying to protect that area. More reinforcements coming in for that point now. I'm pretty sure Lathans is going to take that. No command moving up there yet, though. I was expecting the SPW-70 to come back to pick up the commander. Mi-24 coming in at the top there again for Bulba. One of those choppers is down to the MiG-21s. Yeah, not looking hot down here for Bulba. The centre, he's hanging on in there. Here comes the artillery support from Lathans. Metis are right on top of that command now. They are actually firing at it and doing some damage. But the BMD-1 and the Desert Nicky should stop that. More reinforcements coming in here for Lathans, though. I mean, they're whittling each other down bit by bit, but I just feel like Lathans has a bit more momentum right now. Since he's now in Alpha, and he's holding down here. See what I said earlier about a command in a chopper going around the bottom, perhaps? Well, there you go. It is going that way. He needs to be careful of that Strela, though. I mean, whether he gets... I wouldn't even get in the back of this point. I would try and get all the way around here, but he is going to be at the mercy of these jets. Lots of them being called in right now. Going for a bombing run on the middle here. And at the top as well. He's going for the choppers, interestingly. Not the infantry. That's all of those choppers down now. Good bombing strike in the middle there. Still just hanging on in there, that command. No more... Oh, there's a T-64 BVK coming in at the top. I assume... Yeah, it's for Alpha. Still not command coming in there for Lathans, to be honest. Oh, there we go. Command coming in now. Yeah, he's bringing in another command. I mean, these are being spotted. They're being fired at. Shilka's on the front one. Yeah. The back one with the commander in. Taking fire from the Shilka. I don't think this is going to survive. It's stunned. It's spinning. Yeah, dead. Command goes down. Now, an important question becomes, how many commanders does Bulba have left in his deck? He's lost... 3 commanders? 4 commanders. Lost 1 starting one, 1 tank, and 2 infantry. He's lost 5 commanders. He's lost the one in the middle. Plus 3 to Lathan. 16 minutes to the victory. He will overtake in points very soon. He's got the command heading into the top there. Down at the bottom here. Not really making much movement, but he's got enough to hold the middle now, I think. I don't think Bulba can push back in there. I think he's got enough to take the top point. I think Bulba is really in trouble here. It's not looking good at all. That command tank isn't going to make any difference in the top here. I mean, it's going to hold the point or contest it, but it's still going to be +2 to Lathans. And sooner or later, that tank's going to get killed by the infantry. And there's no more commands coming in, so I think that might be Bulba's last one. Not that there's much point in calling in a command right now when he doesn't control anything. There's the neutralization. +5 to Lathans. Victory in 9 minutes. MiG-21 coming in for the SU. SU taking a lot of fire, gets hit by the Cub. MiG-21 finishes the job. MiG-29 coming in for the MiG-21. They're engaging each other. MiG-21 goes down. MiG-29 doesn't get hit by the Cub. Lots of infantry reinforcements coming in for the centre now, but Mi-24's coming in to help clear up the mess at the back here. Look at this push here. Big push with choppers from Lathans to clear up this mess. I think this is game. I mean, just look at the map. There is a lot of red and not a lot of blue. There is more commands. There is a helo command. And another normal vehicle command. I'm really surprised to see a helo command. Not something we see very often. Not something we see very often at all, but sure enough going to go around, try and go around the top. Potentially can get around the top, but I think it'll get shot down by jets. I don't think it will get a chance to land, and it will only be contesting anyway, so it'll only make it +2. Or drop it by 2 for Lathans, I should say. Lathans confident enough to be pushing out at this point now and cutting off those reinforcements coming through. Starting to push at the bottom here with Strela, no less. I mean, I don't know why he's pushing with Strela. I guess just to see what's there. T-55 is being used for fire support, but the ATGM should get the kill there. I think this is just a last ditch. Everything in. He knows he's won anyway, perhaps. So he's just throwing stuff in to see where the units are. And certainly, yeah. I was about to say, I wonder if he's scouting for the bombers. And there they are. That's exactly what I went looking for. Bombers on those buildings. Is this one for the middle? Yeah, for these infantry. Good kill on that there. Still some Metis there. But yeah, 10 minutes left of the game. 6 minutes to the victory. That command tank still hasn't been pushed. I think Lathan's waiting to rearm everything. But look at these choppers pushing through here now, very aggressively. I don't think that's been spotted yet. Interestingly. Or has it? It might have been. This is coming over that way. Yeah, they're both turning around. Yeah, they're looking for it. They're looking for it. There we go. Eyes on, and it's dead. Yeah, I did think it was going to get spotted by jets. Multiple tanks firing in on the Metis here. Metis not bad against tanks. I think he has killed one, but too much fire support there. Units moving up this way as well. I expect we might see that command potentially move into Echo. Wouldn't surprise me. Oh, he's bringing in a new one for Echo. No messing about. Lathans has commands to spare, but there's the surrender. Commiserations, Bulba. Well played to Lathans. Early on, it was looking like Bulba was doing well, but Lathans just built up his forces, and started doing loads of damage. Look at the kills to losses. Over double the kills to losses to Lathans there. I mean, fantastic job to Lathans. Look at that MI-24. Look at the kills. SU-22HE got loads of kills as well. AT got loads of kills. Wow. Yeah, Lathans just doing a really good job. I mean, yeah. I think MVP is going to the MI-24D there, but Lathans had a few units there that were just doing exceptionally well. He was just keeping stuff alive, as was demonstrated by the score screen there. Well played, guys. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. Please do like, share, subscribe. Make sure you check out Lathans on Twitch. He does like to stream. He enjoys playing, and he will give you advice and tips and talk you through what he's doing when he can. So do check him out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon.